mentioned events that we've done before, but can you name some new ideas that you have as programming director?
Yeah, for sure. So a new event that I want to implement as programming director is a Family Spirit Week. Something that I noticed this year was that a lot of families tend to lose connection with their kuya and adings, kuya, ate, and adings within the KA program. So I feel like with this type of Spirit Week, I can kind of incentivize families to get together and bond more through like different activities throughout the week. So for Spirit Week, like in high school, if you guys remember, there's different days dedicated to like different dress-ups and different activities. So similar to kind of how Assassin is going on right now, there'd be a certain activity for each day. Sorry if Assassin has triggered some of you guys right now, but I know there's like a lot of panic faces. But there'd be different events throughout each day to correlate to the different dress-up themes I want to do. So for example, like a twin day when you and your kuya, or your big, or your little, your grand big can all like twin and wear the same outfit, or like a Disney day when you dress up in like Disney themed clothes. And like some of the different events I want to plan on throughout those weeks are like a big campus-wide capture the flag game, or like scavenger hunt and things like that. So, Keisha?
What did you learn from being an intern, and how do you plan on implementing that if you were elected?
Yeah, definitely. As an intern, from seeing the behind-the-scenes aspect of Troy Phi and the planning that eBoard does, I learned a lot in how the Troy Phi eBoard is supposed to function, and how communication is really key, not only between eBoard and eBoard, but eBoard and interns, and eBoard interns and the general members. It's really important to be transparent with everyone to make sure that we're all in the same boat and we're all communicating properly in order to like achieve the common goal. Yeah.
How would you manage like your programming events on the calendar and integrating like other officers' programming?
Can you repeat that question? Sorry.
Like, so you know how we have like a calendar of different events?
Yes.
How would you balance having your programming and like other members or other
like e-boarders?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So something that I really want to implement is like a Google Calendar, because I feel right now with our master calendar, it's kind of like a doc. I feel like maybe a Google Calendar is something that could be more accessible, in which each e-boarder could go ahead and put their events, and we could all kind of get together and communicate how we could schedule around each other's events for that type of reason.
There actually is a Google Calendar.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. I only saw like.
No,
the
you're chilling.
Google
I know
doc.
what you mean though.
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Joseph, did I see him?
Yeah, come back to me. I
Okay.
don't know what you're
Yeah, Keisha?
What is the problem you saw with this year's programming turn, and how would you fix it?
No! You did such a good job this year as programming. Like just programming in general.
Yeah, anything. Anything.
I don't know, like you did like such a honestly you did such a good job. I just want to enhance like some of the great things that like you were able to introduce, and just kind of find a better way to do what you did. I don't know. I honestly couldn't find any problems, or I couldn't think of anything right now. But to basically enhance the different programs that you put on this year and try to plan maybe ahead. Yeah. Kaylee and then Joseph.
Is there anything specific you would like to change about KA, or like that you would improve upon KA or banquet, for example?
I feel in terms of KAA, I like the way that it's set up now with the Google Forms, where like you could see their picture, maybe add in like a small tiny bio in their picture, so that members could get a sense of like who this person is if they forgot between the time of speed dating and when they're going and filling out the Google Forms. Also, like I just want to implement more KAA-oriented events, because I felt like a lot this year, many kuyas and adings and ates, there was like a lot of disconnect in which they didn't keep up with their family members and like didn't get to hang out as much. And Troy Phi is really a family, so I want to bring back that family aspect and strengthen the KAA program. Yeah.
What other commitments you may have next year? Because I know you were potentially going to be like on APOS's board, right?
Yes.
So eBoard can be very demanding, especially top 5 positions. So how do you plan to like focus either on Troy Phi, like how are you going to balance these commitments on top of school?
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know if you guys all know, but next year I will be APOS's advocacy chair, and hopefully Troy Phi's programming director. Definitely, those are both very demanding roles that require a lot of time, a lot of commitment. For me, it's more about prioritizing in which certain events are coming up sooner, and also about making myself available to make the time to do these things. And I'm someone that's like really committed, so I don't see time necessarily as a problem or as great as a problem, as long as like I'm committed and I have that drive to get my tasks done in like an orderly fashion to do it ahead of time, so I'm not rushing to meet certain deadlines. I think that's the greatest thing that I could do in order to manage my time. Yeah.
So historically, you don't really do a lot of events with APASA. How would you change this and what do you propose for events?
No, yeah, definitely. Especially this year, I was an intern for both APOS and Troy Phi. I noticed that there was like a lot of disconnect and like how Troy Phi doesn't really utilize all the advantages that APOSA gives us in terms of like funding and in terms of like booking certain spaces for different events. I feel with me being on eBoard, I have like a stronger connection with the other APOSA members, in which I could also voice out the issues that Troy Phi is having as a club, and also the issues that the Troy Phi or the Filipino community is facing in society, in which as advocacy chair I could also shine light onto those issues and broadcast that with the greater USC community, if that answered your question.
We have time for one more question.
Anyone else on?
Yeah.
So historically and generally, top 5 people usually have like been on board before.
Mhm.
So they've been fairly seasoned in Troy 5. So like, how do you plan to establish credibility with like top 5 and the rest of the board as well? Like with that in mind. With
Yeah.
that critique?
Of course. Although this year I did not serve on eBoard, I did serve as an intern throughout the whole year. Like I mentioned before, I served my second semester not because I had to, but because I really wanted to, and I have like a really strong passion and drive and commitment to Troy Phi, in which I want to do my best ability to serve all of you and make this a worthwhile experience. Definitely, I feel I have a lot of credibility in that I was also an APOSA intern, in which I have those aspects of leadership and programming experience, and just the fact that I have a lot of leadership experience, especially throughout high school, like I mentioned before, in which I was the president of my whole class, and I served on that executive board in addition to different executive boards before. Yeah.
Thank you.